We're going to get to Dr. Scott, I think, right now. Is that where we're headed? Dr. Scott Gottlieb joins us, former FDA commissioner and a CNBC contributor. He also serves on the board of Pfizer and Illumina. Do we need to recalibrate how many breakthrough cases that we're seeing from fully vaccinated people yet, Scott, or is it still an unvaccinated problem? It seems like, you know, that Israeli news may have presaged some of this. We know it's only 90% or whatever the number is, so you can have this happen, but are there more than we would have thought because of the Delta variant, people fully vaccinated getting COVID?
Well, look, potentially there's more breakthrough infections. That's, in fact, what we're seeing in Israel, that over time you get decline in the vaccine effectiveness, so people are getting more breakthrough infections. The vaccines are still very protective against hospitalizations and severe outcomes, and we're certainly seeing that also in the Israeli data and the UK data, where hospitalizations are way down, the case fatality rate is down because more of the vulnerable population is vaccinated, more of the infection that's occurring is occurring among young people. There are breakthrough infections occurring in vaccinated people. I don't think it's an overwhelming number, but we're not tracking it here in the United States, and that's the bottom line. We should be tracking it. CDC is only tracking breakthrough infections among people who become hospitalized. We should know what's going on in the outpatient setting. We should also have a better sense of whether or not this is a more transmissible strain even among the vaccinated. We know from the prior data that the vaccine substantially reduced your likelihood of transmitting the infection. But when you have a more infectious variant like this, where viral levels are much higher earlier in the course of the infection, so they can overwhelm the immune system, but they can also potentially make you more contagious, are people who are vaccinated, who are developing asymptomatic or mild infections, even though they're vaccinated, more contagious in those settings? We should be tracking it so we understand the answer to that question.
Scott, do you think that when we're deciding about colleges and who can come back, or when we're deciding about traveling to Europe and countries, et cetera, is it going to be that you need the vaccine or nothing? Or if you had COVID and you had a case and you've got antibodies, do you think that that should be the third option about what would allow you to go back to college or allow you to go somewhere? Is it possible to have proof of that I've had COVID and there's no reason for me necessarily to get the vaccine? And you've pointed out the third booster, the side effects seem to be a little bit higher. If you've had COVID and you get the vaccine, are your side effects worse than if you haven't previously had COVID?
Well, I don't think the side effect profile of a booster of a third dose is going to be different than a second dose based on the data so far. And they're small studies, but I've seen some of that data, and that data has been talked about publicly, at least by Pfizer, the company that I'm on the board of. You know, in terms of whether or not previous infection should be a good correlate with future protection on par with vaccination, we've seen that people who've been previously infected with COVID don't seem to be susceptible to reinfection. We've seen some reinfections among the previously infected. It's not tracked real well, so we don't have a great answer to the question. But it does seem to be the case that even against Delta, prior infection does seem to be protective. Again, we don't know how long that protection is going to last either. It's likely to decline over time. But it's a harder thing to demonstrate and verify that someone's been previously infected and is protected from prior infection than to demonstrate that they're protected through vaccination. So I think it's going to be hard to use as a proxy in the marketplace for places that want to restrict access based on a demonstration of immunity.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.